Good morning, afternoon, or evening. What are you doing today to honor and love yourself and care for yourself? There are things that we have to do every day, like go to work, take care of our children, take care of our pets, take care of our people. There are things that we have to do, but what are you doing for you just to love yourself and care for yourself and show yourself that you matter? It's a good idea to get into a practice each day of doing that for yourself, doing something for yourself first. It can be a really little thing. It can be making yourself a cup of coffee, but really when you make yourself a cup of coffee, like really putting everything you have into that, doing it mindfully and lovingly, and sipping your coffee in a beautiful place, whatever it is that you do for yourself. It makes you feel loved, it makes you feel cared for, it energizes you and just sets the tone for your day. So I think we're going to start today with the messages from the guides. Just to do something a little bit different. So what messages do you have for us, spirit guides, angels, God, spirit, source, the universe, whatever you call it? Okay. Express your feelings and release toxic relationships. Okay, we keep getting these ones, so something is going on in the collective. And I think actually that is partly what I'm here for, is to help people with this, because sometimes we put a lot into our relationships and we think like we put so much into it. Why do we don't want to let it go because we put so much into it. But sometimes when you realize that you're not getting anything back from it, like that person isn't valuing you the way you need to be valued, and you've tried everything you can, that's when you need to let it go and care for yourself and know that you will be taken care of. You will be taken care of. When you do what's right for you, you're taken care of. And the beautiful thing, it's just beautiful the way that it happens. It's all about loving yourself. So I was talking to my son the other day, who's 12, and he was playing a video game, a Spider-Man video game, and I was asking him, what do you do? Like, what is the purpose? Do you have to find like the purpose, and you have to find like the things that you have to do? You have like missions? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, so what is the purpose, or what is your purpose? And I meant like right there in the game, but he turned around and he looked at me. He's like, and I'm like, I'm in the game. But then I'm like, but what is your purpose really? Like, what is your purpose in life? Because we can have these deep conversations. He's like that. And he goes, well, the purpose of life is to have fun and enjoy your life. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty profound. Like, he seriously meant that. And I think he's right. That is the purpose of life. And when we're really being honest with ourselves, we have fun when we're with other people that we love and that love us. So it is this symbiotic relationship. Express your feelings. All your feelings are valid and should be honored. You are experiencing these thoughts and emotions for a reason. Never let anyone judge your feelings as silly or inconsequential, because they are obviously manifesting within you for a reason. You have the right of self-expression, and it is imperative on your road of self-enlightenment and awareness. it is vital that you, as a human being, release and express all that is within you in a safe, loving manner. Never judge or harm another by your actions. That is your ego struggling to make itself known. Be kind and respectful, yet speak your truth. You should never and your truth should be about you, not about anyone else. You should never keep a feeling, thought, or emotion bottled inside. You are energy, and energy flows. When you create a stoppage by suppressing your valid emotions, they are left to fester within you. Then you are not in harmony, and you are creating dis-ease to the natural flow of energy. Your thoughts and emotions should always come from a space of compassion. Always examine your feelings before sharing them. Are you coming from a place of love or a place of judgment? It is a fine art indeed to be able to express your feelings, while at the same time bolstering the spirit of another. By bringing your truth out kindly, you are letting others know that you are being honest to yourself while being empathetic to them. And then release toxic relationships. In order for a soul to thrive, it needs to be in an environment of love and harmony. When there is discordance or imbalance, the soul suffers and the body is often left with emotional or physical pain. Oftentimes, souls like you who are making progress on their spiritual path will attract others who may be drawn to your light and can siphon off your energy, leaving you feeling depleted and empty. It is always the first impulse of the evolved soul to want to assist their fellow travelers who seem to be struggling. But there comes a time when you must realize that their path and your path have little in common, and that it is best that you part ways. Sometimes a soul will be brought into your journey just so you can prove to yourself that you have the wherewithal to release them. Toxic relationships come in all forms and can be detrimental in many ways. In your life, attempt to release those who are not in accordance with your being and do not inspire your soul. You may need to restructure your sense of healthy boundaries with people in your life. Do not allow your kindness to be mistaken as an entry for others to mistreat you. Life is too short to be with others who are not enjoying the adventure and aren't helping you co-create a world you want to live in. Okay, you get to be happy too. So now I'm going to pull some archetype cards to see what we might be struggling with in terms of our shadow or big patterns that we want to read. Archetypes are like big patterns. So we may want to release the shadow side of these big patterns, or just bring ourselves back to balance, because the shadow is really the ego getting inflated, and we want to move into our spirit and into our heart, because we're creating a new world and it's a different way of being. It's heart-led, not mind-led. Thief, thief, and teacher. Oh, this is really nice. The light attribute of the thief sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Shadow attribute: stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or others' powers you think that you lack. Okay. That's nice. Teacher: ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. And the shadow attributes are manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits, and destructive skills. Okay. I'm just going to get a little more about that. I heard yawns release toxic energy. Should be evaluated from its symbolic meaning in the emotional and intellectual arenas, including plagiarism, stealing ideas, and even affection. Implies the need to earn self-respect by taking in what isn't yours because you lack the ability to provide for yourself. The need to earn self-respect by taking what isn't yours. Okay, so it's thinking that. Prods you to learn to generate power from within by alerting you when you're in danger of losing faith in yourself. Oh. Shadow thief doesn't steal out of actual need, such as starvation, but out of perceived need, shoplifting items one can afford to buy. Look for a continuing pattern of expropriating from others, materially, intellectually, or emotionally. Okay, it's basically thinking that you don't have enough or not recognizing your own inner strength and power. And the teacher communicates knowledge, experience, skill, and wisdom. May manifest through parental guidance in business or the arts or by inspired instruction in ethics or kindness. Shadow teacher manifests as a desire to manipulate or abuse students, to be more concerned with recognition than with imparting knowledge, or to teach negative traits and destructive skills. Ask yourself if others look to you as a teacher in any situation, to impart the richness of your experience or to show them the ropes. Okay. And we'll get some cards from the Light Seers Tarot. So express your feelings, release toxic relationships, thief, teacher. Okay, so I don't know, some of the reasons that we don't release toxic relationships, or we don't trust that we have the ability to support ourselves. Then we got the Hierophant and the Five of Swords. Okay, the Hierophant. Tradition, a lesson, spiritual leader or guide, enlightenment, awakening, in service of spirit, formal education or training, new paradigms. Okay, and the affirmation is, I am my own guru, and the guidance I need is rooted in my faith, my belief, and my unique essence. Okay, so again, that's relying on yourself. And I'm just going to relate it to expressing your feelings, because feeling your feelings and expressing your feelings is your it's your well-being, but it's also your wellspring for everything. So emotion flowing through you is our way of connecting to life. So if you're blocking your emotions, you're blocking everything. You're blocking your abundance. You're blocking your ability to connect with life. So, all right, so I see how it all goes together. You might be trying to push down your feelings that you don't need to release the relationship, and telling yourself stories about how you should stay in it, you should be grateful, you should find the things to be grateful for. But you really need to listen to your feelings and understand what they're telling you and express them in whatever way you're called to do that, by listening to your spirit. And not letting this idea that you don't have what it takes to support yourself, because you do. You came here with gifts. But it is allowing your feelings to move through you, to connect with that. As if you're blocking that, you're blocking everything. So I created a model, which I bring up all the time, but in case you're new to my channel, it's just a really simple model for dealing with your feelings. When you feel something arising within you, whether it's in your body or however you feel it arising in you, because it could be like tension in your body, or like for me, like sometimes it was like I would be like upset and yelling before I even realized I was feeling anything that I had, and then I had to walk it back and be like, okay, clearly I'm upset about something, what's going on? And then just placing a hand wherever I'm feeling the feeling and just acknowledge, okay, I feel you, and separating from it. Like I talk to it like it's my inner child. I feel you upset. And just breathing into it, feeling it in your body. Because just the power of acknowledging that feeling, it means a lot. And then validating it. Of course you're upset. Like this relationship means a lot to you. You put so much into it. And then what do you need right now? What do you need to care for yourself? What do you need to say? What do you need to do? What do you need to feel? What do you need to release? What do you need to express? And then doing that for yourself. Okay, and the Five of Swords. Conflict, unfair advantage, experiencing loss. So maybe you know that you're going to be experiencing loss in letting go of this relationship. It's a big loss, and you're going to be sad, and you're going to be grieving. And also the need to build your skills and your confidence. So knowing that you're going to be okay. And you can trust. You can trust spirit, you can trust God, you can trust life. You will be supported. And you've probably already seen evidence of this in your life. And the affirmation for this is, the lessons move me ahead always. You may have experienced an unexpected loss that has left you a little bit sore. Sometimes life just isn't fair, and these inequities can drain our energy for much longer than they need to. Often it's the fear of failure that does most of the draining. If you are feeling outsmarted or outjousted, remember that one chapter doesn't define you. Wins and losses are both a part of the human experience, and the keys to self-improvement lie dormant inside the difficulties. Boost your consciousness, upgrade your skills, and build on this experience. In Shadow, we learn that winning isn't everything, especially when deceit is part of the strategy. The obsessive desire to win can have us stopping at nothing to feel victorious, and in the long run, we risk everything we've built along the way. You may find yourself a few steps backwards after winning if you are not bringing your integrity to the games. I'm going to get a card from the Twin Flame Ascension. Ooh, this is a cool one. 1010, enter your vortex, aligning with infinite abundance. Ooh, check that one out. read more about that. Enter your vortex, aligning with infinite abundance. So the vortex is what I think Abraham Hicks refers to as like just basically aligning with your spirit and being in the flow of everything. Your reality is patiently waiting for you to align with your authentic truth. Express your feelings. As you connect with your true self, mind, body, heart, and soul, this card is an indication that you are entering your vortex, your highest destiny. This level of soul mastery requires that you let go of resistance to change and keep your soul frequency in a positive state for longer periods of time. This helps you co-create the life you love. Set crystal clear intentions to maximize your ability to manifest your desires. It is important that you stay connected to your heart and practice the harmonic laws of love to balance giving and receiving. Staying present and allowing your heart to lead you will keep you in alignment with your highest good. Everything exists in your vortex. You become the genie in the bottle and decide what you desire. So make sure to choose what matches your highest vibration. Otherwise, you will be settling for less than you deserve. Give your reality permission to parallel your inner desires, which allows rewards to show up with ease and grace. Okay, so I did get that message this morning of like, just because I was questioning things and making up stories. And that was also a message this weekend. Like when I didn't know things, I would make up stories about them. So I was just being aware of the stories that I was making up about things. And I was just letting them go. Like, okay, I don't really know actually. I don't know what that story is. So I'm just gonna let that go. And it's okay to not know. And that's what I told myself. It's okay to not know. And then I just focused on gratitude, what I was grateful for. So I think that seemed to be a good practice if you want to try that. Because I was also talking to my boyfriend this weekend, and he said, I think that the problem that you have is that you make assumptions. And I said, yeah, I do. When I don't have information about something, I take the information I have, and then I create a story about it. And then I act as if that story is true. And a lot of times that story is not true, but then when I act on it like it is true, I start to think that it's true, and then it starts to create all kinds of issues. So that helped me to just be aware of when I was telling myself a story, and then just allowing myself not to know. And then just being grateful. So I hope that kind of helps you to stay aligned and in your integrity. Are you in love or are you in fear? And if you're in fear, what do you need to do to get to a place of love? It's usually you're not feeling safe. So how can you make yourself feel safe? What do you need to do? And sometimes it is really just honoring your own feelings. And being present, just taking it one step at a time. You don't have to rush into anything. Just take it one step at a time. And you will know what's right for you. So, I love you. Have a great day.